Hello and welcome to our chair yoga class. I was reading before. I'll just do that. So, Meditation is Medicine. I've been almost through it now. And there's some stuff in it that I've read in other places that I had. I'd already read about this stuff, but I thought today I'd like to end with a meditation. And I'll read a little bit about kind of what that sort of thing does first. So because I will be reposting this, I'll just ask you to mute for now, and then at the end of class we can unmute. Cool. All right, so this is the part on yoga mudras, which are just different ways you hold your hand, and it can be your whole body, but the fingers are what we'll be working with today. So for thousands of years, yogis have used specific hand and finger positions as an important part of their yoga postures and movements. They believed that hand and finger positions and movements of the fingers had a potent effect upon the brain. And this belief has been confirmed by a number of medical experiments. And then it goes on to tell you about some of them with MRI scans, but I'm going to skip that part. So these experiments indicated that the repetition of this simple physical task had actually enlarged the capacity of their brains, increasing connections between neurons and forging new neuronal pathways. The researchers concluded that the finger exercise had contributed significantly to brain plasticity, the ability of the brain to renew itself. Most of the renewal had occurred, they found, in the motor cortex of the brain, which controls physical movement. In my own practice, though, I have noted even more far-reaching effects from the regular practice of yoga hand and finger positions, or mudras. One thing I've noticed is that mudras improve overall ability to control movement. This is reasonable to expect since any functional enlargement of the motor sensory cortex can be expected to increase general physical coordination. More interestingly, though, I've noted a significant improvement in alertness among patients who regularly practice mudras as part of their medical meditations. The power of finger movements to improve the brain may stem from the anatomical fact that control of the hands and fingers requires the use of large areas of the brain. Moving the fingers deftly is neurologically difficult, but vitally important to survival. Therefore, through the force of evolution, the brain has developed an abundance of neurological connections to control finger and hand movements. And another area of the body that is highly represented in the brain is the tongue. From a neurological perspective, skillful movement of the tongue is quite difficult and requires billions of neuronal connections. This is the primary reason that the power of speech is one of the last skills for babies to master. So we're going to save 12 minutes at the end of practice today to do this really cool meditation for your brain using your fingers and your tongue. And then we'll start with our bit of pranayama or breath work, and then warm up the spine and our joints, and then do a little bit of yoga movement and stretches, and then finish with that meditation. So let's get started. Sitting tall, feel your feet on the floor, hips, knees, and toes all line up. And just close your eyes for a moment and notice how you feel without trying to change anything. Notice where your breath is in your body. Notice the speed and quality of your thoughts. And if you have any tight spots that you would benefit from honoring during practice today, just make a little note of them now. Bring your palms together, please, and begin to rub them to create some heat and energy. And then draw your thumbs to your sternum And we'll begin practice with one Om, cleansing breath first. Inhale. Exhale completely. Inhale for Om. And we'll begin with our Sufi, actually we'll begin with a little bit of a pranayam, pardon me. So inhale 4-part sniffs and exhale for 4 sniffs. Inhale for 4, exhale for 4. And continue this rhythm, please. And if your mind starts to wander, you can add the sounds, the mental sounds, sa, ta, na, ma, for each sniff. Sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma, on the way out. Deepest inhale. Suspend your breath for a moment and squeeze in and up like you're stopping the flow of urination. Inner gaze comes between the brows. And exhale, relax. Okay, now we'll do some Sufi grinds, which are big circles with your torso. Inhale as you circle towards one leg, exhale as you circle towards the other. And begin to slow this circle down so that you can shift to the other direction. And you can make this one a bit comfortable by stretching your throat as you circle back and bringing your forehead down as you circle forward. And this just helps to stimulate the thyroid, which is at your throat. And we'll begin to slow this circle down so you can find yourself back to center with a tall spine. Inhale deeply. Suspend your breath, squeeze in and up. Exhale, relax. Spine flex is next. Inhale and send your heart forward. Exhale, send your heart back. Inhale, lift your heart. Suspend your breath, squeeze in and up. Exhale, relax. And today we'll go straight onto spine twist. So you can either have your thumbs and fingers touching with Gyan Mudra, one of these finger mudras we were just talking about, or you can bring your hands to your shoulders, thumbs back, fingers forward. Inhale left, exhale right. arrive back at center. Suspend your breath, squeeze in and up. Exhale, relax. Shoulder shrugs are next. Inhale the shoulders up to your ears. Exhale, let them fall. Inhale the shoulders all the way up to your ears. Suspend your breath, squeeze in and up. And exhale, relax. Neck turns are next. Inhale as you look over your left shoulder. Exhale as you look over your right shoulder. And inhale, center. Squeeze in and up and suspend your breath. Exhale, relax. Okay, for a little chest opener, bring your 2 thumbs up. Excuse me. And then widen your arms. Lengthen, point your thumbs, keep pointing them up, and keep lengthening through your armpits and your chest. Chin stays parallel to the ground or even tucked in slightly. And imagine your arms are being pulled out and away and slightly back. Let's take one long, deep breath here. One more inhale. And as you exhale, magnetize your thumbs back towards each other. And then gently shake out your hands. And then we'll do our silk toes next. Just do a quick joint lubrication with the 10 Integrity series. So the 10 Integrity series, we'll start with the silk toes for the back fascia and the back body. So just want to sit down for this one. Great. So imagine you've got that white sand, you're at the beach, and you bring your toes through the sand, and then pick up your silk handkerchief with the toes and put it down 3 times. Then release your foot underneath you. twice more on the same side. And then once you've done that 3 times on the first side, we'll do it 3 times on the other side. So through the sand, pick up the silk handkerchief. 1, 2, 3 times, release. To do our little marker before, but you can just gaze up now and see how far back you can look on the ceiling, and then come back to center and take a deep breath. We'll do some ankle rolls next, so just starting with one foot, one direction, and just do maybe 4 or 5 rolls, and then switch directions. Gently shake that one out and switch feet. And the other way. And when you're done, gently shake it out and put your feet back underneath you. And leg extensions are next, so extend from the hip, so the whole leg bone, rotate externally, internally, toes face up, and then release your foot back down. We'll switch sides, extend the whole leg bone, external rotation, internal rotation, and then line your toes back up and release. We'll do that 3 times on each side. Alternate this one though. Long, deep breath. And then once you've done it 3 times on each side, just a little windshield wiper movement with your knees to release your hips. And then we'll do the gliding wide and back in. So lift your first leg and just gently support underneath your thigh. Make sure your chest stays lifted so we're not curved at the back. Inhale as you glide the whole leg bone out to the side. Exhale as you glide it back in front of you, like you're moving through thick honey. Three or four on each side. Before you release down. Another little windshield wiper to release your hips after that. And then we'll move up to the arms. So we'll start with steepling the fingers down by your belly. Inhale and float the arms up above your head. Exhale, float back down. Lubricating the shoulder joints now. 5 of those. You can work up to 10 on your own time, but we'll just do 5 today. And then palms together at your heart, same thing. Inhale, slide your arms up. Exhale, slide them back in front of your heart. And then once you've done about 5 of those, the last one for our arms, which also gets this this tendon in here, is to take that Gyan Mudra, so thumb tips and index fingers touch, and then the pinkies touch, palms up. Inhale, flip your palms behind, and then touch your pinkies up above. Exhale, come back down. Always moving through that thick honey. And once you've done about 5 of those, just gently shake it out. And then rub your palms, bring them together at your heart. And we'll get our, I want to make sure we get our Sun Salutation in here. So inhale and lift your arms up and spread them wide. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands come to, hands push forward and your heels lift. That's our chair downward dog. And then exhale, forward fold again. Sweep your arms out to the side as you inhale all the way up, bringing your palms together above you. Exhale back to where we started, hands at your heart center. That's 1. Let's do another. Inhale, hello sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, heels lift, push an imaginary wall on a diagonal up and away from you. Exhale, forward fold, lower your heels. Inhale, sweep your arms out to the side. Palms together above your head, and exhale down your center line to where we started. Let's do 1 more. Inhale, up and open. Exhale, forward fold. Lift your heels. Inhale, press on a diagonal up with your arms. Exhale, 1 more forward fold. Sweep your arms out and up. Inhale. Palms together above your head, and exhale, hands come down to where we started. Press your palms together evenly and take a cleansing breath, please. Great, shake it out. And let's stand up for a little bit here. You can use your chair for support. And we'll just do a quick chair balance, our tree pose. So shift your weight to one foot and lift the other knee, and then turn the whole leg bone out to the side for our tree pose. I'll just face you so you can see what I'm doing. And the foot is above or below your knee. And you can bring your arms wide, and if you'd like, you can even let go of the chair to test your balance. Awesome. Bring the palms up, or even press them together at your heart. This helps with balance too. 3 long, deep breaths if you can. Great. And then supporting the chair, supporting your weight with the chair once more. Bring the knee forward, and with the standing leg soft, we can do this kind of figure 8 with the knees. And this is a really great sort of cross-lateral balancing exercise. You can use your thumb too, little thumbs up. Crossing the midline is really great for improving our balance. So once you've done a few of those, just shake it out and we'll switch sides. So shifting your weight to the other foot, always soft knees when we're standing. Lift your other knee up and then turn the whole leg bone out to the side, just like we did earlier. Find the inside of your leg with the bottom of your foot, and 3 long, deep breaths in this balance. Release the pose, and we'll do that figure 8. Always soft knees. It's also really great to continue lubricating the hips. Once we've done a few of those, let's shake that one out. And while we're standing, let's just stretch out the hip flexor here. So lining your knees up, so not way forward or back if possible, lined up. And then from here, push your hip flexor forward. So sometimes I'll put a little hand there for awareness. So it's just right here that you want to push forward. So it feels like you're lengthening the whole front of your quad. And we'll take 3 long, deep breaths here. Just soften your knees to release, and then we'll switch sides. So lining up the knees, and then lengthening that other hip flexor. Softening the knees when you release that. And then while we're standing here, let's get the back too. So you can use your chair for support, and we'll just flex your foot so that the heel's down, and then bend your other leg here, and then just pull your hips back like there's like a little rope pulling your coming out of the back of your hips or your butt and pulling it back. And when you're ready, switch sides. Gently come out of that. And while we're focusing on the hips, we'll sit down once more for this awesome hip stretch for the piriformis and your glutes. So crossing one ankle over the other knee, And you can hold onto your chair for support. Hinge forward from your hips. It's that same feeling of sending your butt backwards that really helps you get into the hips. So almost like arching your low back a little bit will help you to get in there. And we'll take a few long, deep breaths here. When you're ready, inhale and slowly come out. And keep your chest lifted so that the back doesn't collapse. And we can do that little rock the hip here. So hands underneath your leg. Just gentle rocking motion. And then release down. Little windshield wiper before we switch sides. And then when you're ready, crossing the other ankle over the knee, just keeping that crossed foot flexed. It helps to protect this knee over here. Slight arch in your low back so you can stick your tail feathers out and then hinge forward. And then slowly coming out. I'm just going to change the music here. There we go. And then hands underneath and a gentle rocking. And then when you're ready, release down. And one more windshield wiper with your knees. Just make sure everything's nice and loose. And then coming back to center, and we'll just take one of those nice twists here. So bring your knees together, float your arms up to a T. Inhale here, exhale, bring one hand across opposite knee and just gaze towards that side of the room. Inhale forward, or center I should say, and exhale, cross the other way. Inhale, center. Exhale, cross, moving through that thick honey. Inhale, center. Exhale, cross. Once more each side. And then coming to center. And then we'll just take a moment here in center, just breathing normally. And then float both arms up in front of you. Inhale. Exhale. This time you can just hold the twist. So opposite hand holds the opposite knee and just use your chair for support. Bring the twist right up to your eyeballs. Inhale, grow tall through your spine. Exhale, twist a little deeper. And one more of those. And gently back to center. We'll just take a moment here before we switch sides. Inhale, float both arms up in front of you. Exhale, twist to the other side. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, twist a little deeper. And one more of those, please. And then coming back to center, just take a moment here. And we have just enough time to do that meditation I talked about before we started. So this is called Kirtan Kriya, K-I-R-T-A-N, Kirtan Kriya, K-R-I-Y-A. And like how we talked about before, the brain and the tongue and the fingers all use a lot of neurological connections. So we're going to put all of that together with this. Mudra is thumb tips to index finger, then thumb tips to third finger, then thumb tips to fourth finger, then thumb tips to pinky finger. And we just repeat that. Index, third, fourth, pinky. And we'll have our hands just resting on our thighs. And the mantra is the same mantra or words that we used with our breath when we started today. Sa, ta, na, ma. So the sa is index finger, ta, middle finger, na, fourth finger, ma, pinky finger. And we'll speak it for 2 minutes, then we'll whisper for 2 minutes. Then we'll vibrate mentally so you don't say anything out loud. And then we'll whisper. And then we'll speak. So I'll put us on the clock here. Eyes are just closed, gaze is relaxed behind your closed eyes. Here we go. Cleansing breath to begin. Satanama, 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 Say it in your head. Whisper. Sa, ta, na, ma. 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 Sa, ta, Chant. Satanama, 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 Satanama. Inhale. Suspend your breath, squeeze in and up. Seal the practice. Exhale, relax. Hands just rest comfortably. And just notice how you feel. Bring your palms together at your heart, please, and rub them a little bit. Thumbs to sternum. We'll seal practice with the long time sun, followed by a long sat, short nam. Cleansing breath first. Inhale. Exhale completely. Inhale to two now. May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you. And the pure light within you guide your way on. Guide your way on. Guide your way on. Sat Nam. Well, Sat Nam, and thank you for joining me today.